Hello guys, my name is Swapnil Surakant Kohli, second year MBBS from DUPMC. My topic is diuretics. Diuretics. It mainly promotes excretion of Na plus, Cl minus or HCO3 minus and water. The net result being increase in urine flow, change in urine pH, change in ionic composition of urine and blood. Diuretics. Diuretics are very effective in the treatment of various diseases such as edema, nephritic syndrome, diabetes insipidus, hypertension, cirrhosis of liver, and also it lowers the intracellular and CSF pressure. Carbonic anhydrase inhibitor. Mechanism of action: kidney. Self-limited diuresis 2 to 3 days. Carbonic anhydrase catalyzes the reaction CO2 plus H2O gives rise to H2CO3. In this, H plus ion produced by breakdown of H2CO3, it exchanged for Na plus and is also combined with HCO3 minus in the lumen of the PCT. Inhibition of bicarbonate reabsorption, which reduces the sodium hydrogen exchange. NHCO3 is also excreted along with H2O. Adverse effect and contraindication: metabolic acidosis, renal stones, renal potassium wasting, enhances potassium secretion. Diuresis is a self-limiting within 2 to 3 days. Adverse effects: drowsiness, paresthesia, disorientation, and renal stones. Contraindications: liver cirrhosis. Carbonic anhydrase inhibits conversion of NH3 to NH4, which leads to increase in NH3, which leads to encephalopathy. Indication of carbonic anhydrase: glaucoma, orally acetazolamide and topically dorzolamide and brinzolamide. It prevents mount sickness, which is high altitude sickness, inhibit bicarbonate by choroid plexus, acidosis of CSF result in hyperventilation. Urinary alkalization, prevent uric acid and cystic stone. Used for their diuretic effect only if edema is accompanied by significant metabolic alkalosis. Next topic is loop diuretics. Furosemide, toracemide, bumetanide are sulfonamide derivatives. Ethacrenic acid is a phenoxytic acid derivative. Site of action is thick ascending limb of Henle. Mechanism: loop diuretic should be excreted into the lumen. It inhibits Na plus K plus 2Cl minus symporter, which significantly increases the excretion of Na plus K plus and Cl minus. Osmotic gradient for water reabsorption is also decreased, which lead to increase in water excretion. Calcium plus 2 and magnesium plus 2 are excreted as well. Indications of loop diuretics: congestive heart failure. It is a first line drug in congestive heart failure. Acute pulmonary edema, edema due to renal failure, nephritic syndrome and ascites. Hypercalcemia, severe hypertension, forced diuresis during drug or chemical intoxication. Drug that excreted through kidney in active form. Adverse effects: hypovolemic metabolic alkalosis, ototoxicity, typical sulfonamide allergy. Next topic is potassium sparing diuretics. First one, sodium channel inhibitor. Amiloride and trimetryl. It inhibits sodium reabsorption, which leads to increase in sodium excretion, which leads to reduced potassium secretion, and therefore potassium retention occurs. Aldosterone antagonist, spironolactone and eplerenone. Aldosterone induces the expression of sodium potassium ATPase and sodium plus channels. Spironolactone and eplerenone blocks the aldosterone receptor, which reduces the sodium potassium reabsorption and calcium secretion. Potassium sparing diuretics has a weak diuretic action. It usually used in combination with other diuretic, which potentiation of diuretic and antihypertensive effects, prevents hyperkalemia. Spironolactone is metabolized to its active metabolite and canrenone. Long-term use of spironolactone can prevent myocardial hypertrophy and myocardial fibrosis. Adverse effects: spironolactone, hyperkalemia, antiandrogenic effect, means gynecomastia, decrease of libido, impotence, menstrual disturbance, megaloblastic anemia. Indications: antihypertension in combination with other antihypertensive to increase the effect and to prevent the hypokalemia. Aldosteronism. Contraindication or precautions: condition that prone to hyperkalemia, renal failure should never be combined with AC inhibitor, ARB, NSAIDs and potassium supplementation. Next topic is osmotic diuretics. Mannitol, it is a prototype. Other rarely used are urea, glycerin, and isosorbate. Properties of osmotic diuretics: freely filtered by glomerulus, negligible tubular reabsorption, chemically inert, usually non-metabolized. Pharmacokinetics of osmotic diuretics: mannitol and urea, which are given intravenous. Glycerin and orzosorbate can be administered orally. Metabolism: glycerin 80% metabolized, mannitol 20%, urea and orzosorbate are not metabolized. Excretion occurs through renal excretion. Mechanism of action: osmotic diuretic is filtered and increases the osmotic pressure in tubular lumen, hence increases excretion of water and electrolyte such as potassium, sodium, calcium, magnesium, HCO3- and phosphate, which increases urine volume and rate of urine flow through the tubule. Mannitol can also reduce brain volume and intracranial pressure by osmotically extracting water from the tissue into the blood. A similar effect occurs in the eye. Adverse effect of osmotic diuretics: removal of water from the IC compartments. It initially increases plasma volume, which is potentially dangerous in heart failure and pulmonary edema, which leads to hyposodium plus, which leads to headache, nausea, vomiting. Water excretion: hypovolemia, which leads to hypernatremia. Hypersensitive reaction: vein thrombosis, hyperglycemia, and glycosuria in glycerin. Next, MCQs. Which diuretics acts on loop of Henle? Here the answer is ethacrenic acid. Which of the following is not an osmotic diuretic? Here the answer is urea nitrate. Thiazide diuretic will have a beneficial effect in all those conditions except. Here the answer is diabetes insipidus. Which is the most appropriate diuretic for treating the acute pulmonary edema? Here the answer is loop diuretics.